Students, we are going to start the physics syllabus as per GGS IPU. Already you people are aware of the definition of force, the effect of force, what is inertia, what is inertia. Then you are aware of types of inertia, what is the measure of inertia, then linear momentum, Newton's first law, Newton's second law, Newton's third law, vector quantity and a scalar quantity. This all has been written here. You can copy them down. And already you people are aware of this as you had studied this in class 9th in books like Lakshmi Singh and all that. But today I'm going to discuss something how to exactly how to exactly use the vectors. Let us assume let us assume that this is a vector A. This is called the head of the vector. This is the tail. A vector is denoted like an arrow. Now, this is how a vector looks like. Now, let us understand the situation of a vector. Now, suppose I write minus a, then the direction of this vector will change. Remember, in physics, minus has a different meaning than that what you have seen in maths. Minus means you change the direction also, then you subtract. But in maths, it only means subtraction. But in physics, the direction also changes. This is what. Let us see. North can be written as minus south. East can be written as minus west, or the other way around, the way you feel like. So minus has a very important role in physics because it changes the direction completely. So you have to be very careful with the minus sign in physics. In maths, it's a simple subtraction, nothing more than that. In physics, this is a subtraction as well as the change in direction. Now the next topic, this I've just told you that this is the head and this is the tail of a vector. The vector is denoted like this. Now the next thing is, how do we do vector addition? This is something that needs to be understood. That needs to be understood. Just a minute. Yes, that needs to be understood. Now suppose I have a vector like this, B vector like this, and I have a vector. Let me draw it a little more clearly. Uh, yes, this is the A vector. Now, how do we add vector addition? Let me write down the topic. Vector addition. Addition. Wait a minute. The pen slipped off. Addition. You need to shift this vector parallelly without changing the angle like this. Slowly, slowly you will bring it here. The dots are showing. And then you will join the tail of this to the head of this. Now this is your vector. This is your vector B without changing the angle. This is your vector B. And the resultant is drawn from the tail of this vector to the head of this vector. This is the resultant. Resultant vector is A plus B vector. Remember, like in small classes, you have done 5 plus 2, you have got 7. But here, if I write 5 vector plus 2 vector, this does not mean, does not mean 7 vector. Remember this. Remember. Note this. In physics, this is not the idea, always. In maths, this is okay, fine. In maths, this is okay. But in physics, this is not okay. Now, this is the way we will add two vectors. Now, suppose I want to subtract A vector with B vector. What I'll do is that I'll draw a line in this direction. This is minus B, because I told you here that if you put a minus, the direction of the vector changes, and this vector is like this. Now the resultant, let us call this R1, is drawn from here to here. This is R1 vector, which is basically A vector plus minus B vector. And then you will write A minus B, A vector minus B vector. Basically, this is addition of a negative negative vector. Remember this thing. Subtraction is basically addition of a negative vector in physics. So you have shifted this parallelly and you have joined the tail of this to the head of vector A. And when you are subtracting it, just change the direction and take the resultant in this manner. Now let us understand the parallelogram of vector addition. This is very, very important for you. Wait. Okay, let me get some space. Now let me draw the line for you. Wait. Wait, students. Yes, we got it. Now, parallelogram, parallelogram of vector addition. Very, very important topic. Very, very important topic. Because after this, then only we'll understand how we will be taking forces and all that. Now, listen one thing. Now, if I do this, this is a vector B. Sorry, just a minute. This is a vector B. This is the vector A, which is making an angle here, theta. Shift this vector parallelly and make it look like this. Now, this is the parallelogram. The resultant will go like this. This is vector B. This is A plus B vector. Now you see, drop a perpendicular here. Extend this line and drop a perpendicular here. Now you have already seen in class 10 this angle, this is theta, and this is also theta because this is a transversal. You have already seen a transversal. These are corresponding angles. These are corresponding angles. Now you draw this much picture here, this much picture I'm drawing here. Now this is your B, this is your theta, this is your Y, and this is your X. Now in class 10th you have seen that cos theta is base upon hypotenuse. So therefore x is b cos theta. Similarly, sin theta is equal to perpendicular upon hypotenuse. So this is y is equal to b sin theta. So b vector has two components. B vector has two components. Now see, I'll just tell you everything in the next lecture. Now A can be written as AI and B can be written as the x component is b cos theta I plus b sin theta j cap. These are caps, sorry, not I but j caps and I caps. Now let me make you understand what is this I cap and j cap. In the next, let me get some page. See, what is this I cap and j cap? Now in class 10th, you have drawn these two things, x axis and the y axis. The unit vector in this direction is I cap. The unit vector in this direction is j cap. Now what are I cap and j cap basically? They are units. If you multiply something with it, the length increases. Suppose I multiply 10. 10 I write. So this becomes, wait, let me use a different color so that you understand. Suppose I write 10 I. So that means this becomes this much big. Similarly, I write 2j, j cap. That means this much is the unit. It goes this big. Suppose you have unit as 1. Whatever you multiply, whatever you multiply with that unit, it becomes that much larger. This is I cap and j cap. That unit, if you whatever multiply with that unit becomes bigger. Suppose you have 1 rupee, one, and you multiply with 100, it becomes 100. That is the way they are units. These are standard unit vectors. See, these are standard wait a minute, I cap and j cap are standard unit vectors in along the x axis and y axis respectively. Now let us see a little more different thing. Let us work with 3 dimensions now. Now supposing you have this This is your x-axis. Maybe you can write your x, y, z. It's immaterial. I'm writing it here. You can write it here also, but in this order: y and z. In this direction, you have a unit vector I cap. In this direction, you have a unit vector j cap. In this direction, you have a unit vector k cap. Now, these are unit vectors, standard unit vectors. So I cap, j cap, k cap, cap it is cap, are unit vectors. Standard, rather, I should use the word standard. Wait, I should use the word standard. Standard. Standard unit vectors along x, y, and z directions. Now, let us see how that's why this is along. Now let us see, let us draw this line. This is the y-axis, this is your x-axis extended. So a is along the x-axis, so unit vector is somewhere here. The unit vector is somewhere here. This a has, the length has become bigger, so you multiply that a with that I to get a vector. Similarly, you have this b cos theta I. B is in the x component in this direction and the y component in this direction. Now let me tell you what is this component matter. Wait, I'll now tell you what is this component matter. Then we'll come to this problem. Suppose, wait. Suppose I have a vector like any number like this. What is the component? I'll just tell you. See, this is theta. Let me rub this side. Let me rub this side. Let me rub this side. Okay. This is your this. Now you drop a perpendicular from here and you drop a perpendicular here. Now you see how much is this length. Of course, this is your x component. This is your y component. So this is, now you have, see, you already know cos theta is this much is x, this much is y. And this is basically a rectangle. This is basically a rectangle. So the b along the c, the component of b, component of b along x-axis is, already you know cos theta is x by b, x by b implies x is equal to b cos theta. This is along the x-axis. Now component of b, this is 90 degree, fine. This is 90 degree, this much angle is 90 minus theta. Component of b along y-axis. Now you can check this. This is cos 90 minus theta, or you can see this way also, however you want to see. Sine theta is sine theta, which is this y. This y and this y are same. Remember, this x and this little x are same. This is a rectangle basically. Sine theta is perpendicular upon base. Y by b implies y is b sine theta. So you have two components of the same vector along the x, along the y. Now this vector b can be written as, because b is like this, it can be written as b cos theta I cap b sine theta j cap. Have you understood why this b has got two direction? Because it can be resolved in two direction, in this direction as well as in the y direction. The y direction. Now what was the use of this component? You could have also used this component, cos 90 minus theta is base upon hypotenuse. If you want to use this triangle, and this is the angle, cos 90 minus theta is the angle here, and then this is b upon y, and cos 90 minus theta is sine theta, that is y by b, that is same as y equal to b sine theta. So I use this method or I use this method, I get the same component for y. I hope now you have understood why b is this quantity. Why b is this quantity. And now A, I hope you have understood. A, this is a unit vector. You multiply some quantity, that vector, you multiply, see, this is a unit vector. You multiply certain quantity with unit, it becomes large. That A is AI because it is in the x direction. This is the x direction. This is the x as well as the component of B along the x and along the y direction. I hope now you have understood. This much you have, all of you have understood. I hope so. If not, you can write to me in the comment. I'll answer your questions. Now we had now we had R is equal to A vector plus B vector. You can see here. Wait a minute. I'll show you. Wait a minute. I'll show you. I'll show you here. You can see this thing. R is A vector plus B vector. Now what you do is that A is what? A is, you have seen A. You see A. What is A? AI. You have seen AI cap. AI cap. AI cap. You have seen this. So you write this as A I cap plus B vector, you write B cos theta. Just a minute, you have just seen this here. Just a minute, you have seen this here. B cos theta. Just a minute, let me rub this, make it a bit more clear. B cos theta I cap plus B sin theta j cap. Now what you do is that you take the I component, take common A plus B cos theta I cap. You take an I common from both of them, I cap common from plus B sin theta j cap. Now I want to find the magnitude. Magnitude means the length. The length. Before that, I need to tell you something about vector addition. Sorry, vector dot product and vector product. Let us write down. Let us write down what happened. Yes. Let us write down. Now, first is scalar product. Scalar or dot product. Dot product. The next quantity we will understand. First, we will understand this. The second, we will understand vector product. Vector product. See, here is some difference. Here is some difference. In mathematics, you write 5.2 is 10 and 5 cross 2 is 10. But here the thing is a little different. This is in maths. Maths. You can write this way, no problem. But in here it is a bit different. Now we will understand the scalar product in totality. Now let us understand. Let us understand. Wait, let me rub this much of line so that I can get it. Okay, now. Now let us start off with scalar product. Scalar or dot product. Dot product. Now you have a vector. Say this is your B, this is your A, and the angle between them is theta. You always need to always consider the acute angle. You know what is an acute angle? I did not tell you. The acute, एक second. Acute angle between the vectors. This is the way between the vectors, not the any other, no, not obtuse, not reflexive, nothing. Only acute angle you will consider. Now let us understand the dot product. A vector dot B vector is, wait, I'll tell you what is this. This is the magnitude of A, magnitude of B, and then the cos theta. Now you will see, let us now come to some, let us understand how to write this vector A, how to write this vector B, how to write this one, how to write this one. Let us understand. Let us understand. Let us see that if this is my x coord, see, in class 10th, you always wrote some vector was like this. You could write this as a1 and a2. This was written as a vector was a1 a1 I cap and a2 j cap, and then you could have resolved it. Then a1 was, this is a1, This is A2. So this is the way you used to write in, this is the coordinate system you used to write in class 10th. The same way I'll write the vector quantity as like this: A I cap and A1 cap and A2 cap, A2 J cap, because this coordinate, this is for the X and this is for the Y. So for the X you will write an I cap, for the Y you will write a J cap. Similarly for say X, Y and Z, there are now 3 points. You write 3 points: A1, comma A2, comma A3. Now this will be written as, A vector will be written as A1 I cap, B1, sorry, extremely sorry. This is A2 J cap plus A3 K cap. Similarly for B vector, you will write B1, B1 I cap, B2 J cap plus B3 K cap, right? Because they are the coordinates in the space, and this was in the coordinate plane, in the xy plane. This was the x and the y plane. So this is the way you write. Now see, I'll tell you certain rules right now before we go to understand this quantity. We understand this, how to solve this one. Before that, I need to understand you how this scalar product works with the unit vectors. Remember one thing, remember. I dot I is 1, comma, j dot j is 1. Similarly, k cap, I'm saying kk, but actually it is k cap and j cap and I cap. In short, I'm saying kk and jj. Now, I dot j cap is 0. Then j cap dot k cap is again 0. K cap dot I cap is again 0. Now, why these are 0, I'll tell you later on. Why these are 1, I'll tell you later on. But right now, you take this as very, very important result, because I need to make you understand how to solve this. See, I had A vector dot B vector was A vector mod, B vector mod, cos theta. I had written this for the dot product. Now, instead of A, you write the whole stuff. A1 I cap plus A2 J cap plus A3 K cap. Put this dot B vector, you write B1 I cap plus B2 J cap plus B3 K cap. Now, this is mod A, the modulus of A vector, modulus of B vector, cos theta. Now, how to find this modulus? I'll tell this multiplication first, and then I'll make you understand how to find this mod A and mod B. See, in smaller classes, look, x plus y into e plus f. You used to write in smaller class, x into e plus x into f plus y into e plus y into f. You used to do this way in smaller classes. Here you will do the same thing, but you will use these results to operate. See, you will multiply this with this, you will multiply this with this, you will multiply this, you will multiply a1 I cap with b1 I cap, you will multiply a1 I cap with b2 j cap, you will multiply a1 I cap with b3 j cap, the way you did here, the multiplication. But the thing is this, the moment you will multiply I cap with j cap, it will become 0. So there is no need of multiplying this the I cap with the other one. Only you multiply I cap with I cap. So what you will get is A1 B1. Similarly, if you try to do with A2J, the A2J when multiplied with B1I will become 0 because of this result. So no need of writing that. A2J with B2J, you will have to write that B2, and then A2J with B3K again will give you a 0. So there is no need writing that. Similarly, you will have to multiply this with all the components. A3K with B1I will give you 0 because K dot I is 0. A3K dot J, B2J will give you a 0. So only what will be left with is A3, will be A3 and B3, nothing else. The rest all will be copied as it is. A mod, B mod, cos, cos theta. Now that is what you will be left as. Now the thing is, now let us see how to find this mod A and mod B in my next, in this. Let us come down and let us find this. Mod A. Mod A vector is nothing but under root of A vector dot A vector. Remember this. So A vector is what? Copy it, straight copy. A1 I cap, A2 J cap, A3 K cap, and then you multiply with the same vector A1 I cap, A2 J cap, A3 K cap. Now this is to be multiplied with all of these components, but because of this I cap, these two components will become 0. That is A1I, A1I. So this will give me under root of A1 square, but A1 I cap, the moment I multiply with A2 J, I and J will become 0 because of that result. So there is no use writing that. Similarly, A1 I with A3 K will become 0 because of I dot K is 0. So I'll now take the next one. A2 J with I will become 0. A2 J with A2 J will give me A2 square, and A2 J with A3 K will give me again a 0 because of Z and Z dot K is 0. So I'll now try with A3 now. A3 K cap and A1 I cap will again become 0 because K dot I is 0. A3 K cap and A2 J cap will become 0 because of K dot J is 0. A3 K cap plus A3 K cap, this will give me A3 square. Similarly, let me take some space. Let me take some space. Yes. Similarly, Similarly, B vector, the magnitude of this will be, the components will be squared up, B1, B2 square plus B3 square. So this is how the scalar product will go. Now let us combine combine the whole stuff and see what happens. Let us see this now. I had written A vector dot B vector is equal to mod A mod B cos theta. Now already I know what it is. A1 B1 plus A2 B2 plus A3 B3 is equal to under root of A1 square plus A2 square plus A3 square, put a bracket because these are multiplications, under root B1 square plus B2 square plus B3 square and cos theta. Supposing at theta equal to 90 degree, cos 90 would be 0. So this quantity A1 B1, A2 B2 plus A3 B3 will become 0, which will imply the vector A is perpendicular to vector B. I hope you understood the dot product and now we will see how to solve this now. How to solve this quantity, this whole quantity, how to solve this now. Let us see. I told you what is the dot product. I'm using this dot product to solve that. Now see, wait a minute. Yes. Now you have R vector is equal to A plus B cos theta I cap plus B sine theta j cap. Now R modulus, similarly the way I did it, R vector dot R vector. Now you will write under root A plus B, let me make it a big bracket and then a small bracket, A plus B cos theta I cap plus B sine theta j cap, then a dot because of this dot. Again I write this A plus B cos theta, this is I cap plus B sine theta j cap. Now you will use the same result. I and I components will be there, and I and j component will be 0, and j component will be 0, the way I showed you above. So this is going to be a plus b cos theta whole square, because this is multiplied with this. A plus b cos theta I cap will be multiplied with a plus b cos theta I cap, that will be 0, that will be squared, and a plus b cos theta I cap when multiplied with b sin theta j cap will give me a 0. So I'll just write this quantity. Similarly with this, b sin theta j cap with this quantity will become a 0 because j dot I is 0. So b sin theta j cap with b sin theta j cap will give me b square sin, sorry, wait, will give me uh, b sine theta, b sine theta whole square. Now let's open the whole squares. Let us drag it a little down. Now let us drag it a little down, little down. Yes, yes. Now this is a plus b whole square, which you have seen in class, smaller classes. A square plus b square cos square theta plus 2ab cos, sorry, wait, 2ab cos theta plus, square this up, it is b square sine square theta. Take b square common from this and this. So you will have under root of a square plus b square cos square theta plus sine square theta plus 2ab cos theta. So now let me drag it little down. Let me have some more page. Yes. Now cos square theta, you know already in class 10th. Cos square theta plus sine square theta is always 1. So this resultant will be under root of a square plus b square plus 2ab cos theta. Now this is your resultant. Now let us understand. If theta is 0 degree, that means their vector A is parallel to vector B. Now R is going to become, I can write R instead of R like this, no problem. So at 0, this is going to be under root of cos 0 is 1, a square plus b square plus 2ab. So this is going to give me a plus b whole square, and this is going to give me a plus b. This is going to give me a plus b. Just a minute. Uh, yeah, this is going to give me a plus b. Now theta is 90 degree. That means vector A is perpendicular to vector B. Then this R, that is same as writing like this. Now cos 0, cos 90 is 0. This quantity will become 0. So I will only have a square plus b square. Let me drag it a little down. Let me drag it a little down. And then let us see. At theta 180 degree, that is A and B are anti-parallel. A and B are anti-parallel. Are one is in this direction, the other is in this direction. Are anti-parallel. Parallel. So they are, one is in this direction, the other is in the opposite direction. That means cos 180 is minus 1. Cos 180 is minus 1. So this result, the R you can write like this or the R vector like this. This will become under root of a square plus b square minus 2ab, because cos 180 is minus 1. So this will become under root of a minus b whole square. Now listen very carefully. You have to write a difference b. This is difference. Because whichever is bigger, if, let me note, if a is greater than b, that means a is written in front of b. And if b is greater than a, then you have to write b in, you have to write b minus a. That's why this difference. Sorry. Wait a minute. If a, that's why, just a minute. Yes, you write a minus b or b minus a. So this is the thing. Now you have found the this. In the next class, I'll take vector cross product. I'll take the vector cross product. So let's end the lecture here for today. In the next lecture, we will have